Hi everybody, I just want to touch up on. No, I'm playing. But anyway, I wanted to touch up on something. Remember we were talking about Alexa. Alexa was summoned in that video. We talked about what they were hiding. Now, I need to just bring out something else, deeply in description as well, about your devices, your television. Something that probably you may not even know. And some of you probably may know it. But let's see how it balances out. Let's see who knows and who doesn't. And let's see who claims that stuff don't exist. And let's see who really knows what's happening. If you notice on all the biggest movies in the industry that has to do with something related to good versus evil, or something satanic happened, or satanic. My brother said you should satanic. It's satanic. But serious now. Back to it. You notice how they use this white noise, right? And white noise is basically on the TV when you first turn it on, and it got that static sound like. Notice on The Ring, the movie White Noise, and a lot of these movies, that's always something that you see right before you see the spirit. Why is that? Is it a coincidence, or is it something that just reoccurring? It just happens, Like people, oh, it just happened. You know what I'm saying? It just happened. No, it's not just happening. It's deeper than that, I'm telling you. And the reason why they're using that, like I said, that was the trick of deception. They put the TVs in the house for your portal. Actually, their portal. But their portal was yours when you put it in their house. And that's what they were ejecting from that portal. But it's the frequencies, right, that they travel by. The frequencies is what they're traveling by. Now, don't get me wrong. Just because you don't have your TV anymore doesn't mean that you're done with this. You can, right here on this cell phone, it can come through this cell phone, right? What happens with 5G? Don't waves transfer? Don't waves move throughout the atmosphere? Yes, we'll get into that a little bit later, but first, get back to this. So in all the movies, you see that, and there's their entry levels. That's where they gain access. That's why it's important for us to watch what we're watching right here, because we can dictate what we're watching, unlike we could on TV when they were giving you everything that they were going to make you watch. So that's the defense against it, knowing what's projecting these things out of it. And there's a lot of people who trick you too. They can pretend that they're giving you a message and then still be at the same time shooting them into your house, trying to pretend like they're exposing it, but they're actually a part of it too. And some of them don't know, and a lot of them do. Like I said, you be watching on the device and these things come to your house. For a fact, with my eyes, I know. And of course, a lot of people know because they're in these houses and they're like, oh, I never knew that. You just told me, but I never knew this, Stevie. I didn't know. So I want people to know. I want everybody to know. So when you look deeper into it with that television portal entry, that's what also can get into your house, and then it can speak. Basically, right, you got good and evil, right? You're always like, oh, should I choose? Which side should I choose? So it's like you're sitting there. And people think this right here. People think that when they hear something or are persuaded in the evil way, it's them. No, it's not. It's not you. I've been in multiple places, in different houses, and have witnessed a personality that was not of me. It was not of me. It was saying, like, it'll try to persuade you to doing wrong. It's a part of good and, good free will, good versus evil. So people get the notion like, well, I feel like this is me, anything that comes to head is me. No, it's not you. It's the choice that you are presented with. So don't give them entry to your mind also. And me, I've always been like, no, this is not me. This is not me. Some people struggle with that decision because they don't actually know that when these portal entries happen that come through the TV, this is what's happening. It's a battle in spirits. Now, the strangest thing you can ever experience is when you hear something in your ear during your time of sleep and you know it was demonic, and you woke up and you still feel some vibration ringing through your ear like a frequency. Now, not getting down into off topic, but I'm going to stick with this, but it's all ties into everything. It's important. You know this. And I mean, it's happening to everybody's houses. It's happening to households. You think it's a joke. It's not. Look, you hear about people with poltergeists and all these things inside their houses. How do you think they're getting there? Yeah, one, people are dying. And they have very, very, come on, screen, don't do that to me. They have very, very evil spirits, or maybe they live the evil life. Two, right through the TV screen. You're witnessing things that's weird. Don't think you're alone. It's not that you're alone. It's that these things are happening to multiple people, lots of people, and they're afraid to talk about it. And some people think they're lunatics if they come on here. I don't care what people think, because it's always going to be somebody who are not aware of the real battle, and there's going to be somebody who say, oh, well, these religious clowns and stuff, and they don't have nothing to do with religion, because we don't follow that. We follow the Most High. We follow Christ, whatever. We don't follow what they've taught, this fear-based stuff like, oh, you're going to die, and this is what you have to do, or all this stuff that they preaching, they screaming about it, I mean, it doesn't work like that, God doesn't work on fear, right? The thing is, you got these people walking around who you don't know what they're doing. You don't know what they could do, and you don't know what they have been practicing. So with that being said, it's important to keep the spiritual level high. People say fasting, all this stuff, like literally, seriously. Don't give them entry to you. Wise up. There's people you can tell about these situations. They go right back to it, knowing what's going on. That's when you're really in trouble, because you know, and then you're going to go back and do it anyway. Penalization for that. But just wanted to discuss this a little bit deeper in description about like what's happening in people's homes and stuff like that. And it's happening worldwide. I mean, of course, the entire world, they're trying to make an entry. But, it's like when you got the good battling that, it's hard, for that entry to exist, because that entry gets burnt up to pieces. Once you have somebody with powerful, like my mother, one time, I'm not going to lie to you. I knew a girl, like I said, she was Puerto Rican, whatever. Her family, they did black magic. She would tell me stories about how somebody would fall out of love. Basically, she would tell them to use a certain ingredient, put it in their food, boom. All of a sudden, they fell out of love with that person. And she said it worked every time, every single time. Now, me, I was halfway asleep, halfway awake. She had something following her, and I used to always hear this kid screaming at night, so she had something following her. Don't worry, at the end of the story, the good wins. That's why I'm telling you. But, see, like these Egyptian things, they say cats and stuff like that. That's what I seen, basically. But I was halfway asleep, halfway awake. Of course, I'm not scared of stuff. I've seen lots of stuff, like big freaking giants walking through the room, and but when I see those big freaking giants, I'm like, get up, sleep, Steve, get up, sleep. I got that ability though, where I can get out of my sleep. The Most High gave me that ability. And anyway, I seen that cat-looking thing, and then the next time I have my mom come over, she freaking rebukes this thing, and then all of a sudden we never see it, we never hear it from it again. Never. So yeah, the good does exist. It does, and the power of good does exist. When will you use it? How will you use it is the biggest factor. And me, I'm not fearful of none of this stuff. It's stuff crazy like been happening so long, but once you get down deep into all of this stuff and all of this studies and research, if you don't come to the conclusion and see that all this stuff ends up to being about the freaking Satanist control of the world, you see it all. Because when I first started doing this, I was astray. I wasn't even into any of the spiritual battle. I was astray. But eventually I started to see everything. I think everybody who really researches deeply and look at stuff, you can't deny what's really going on. And if you're just somebody on the outside not really looking at anything, of course it'd be easy for you to say, well, nothing, it's just normal stuff. These people are crazy and the world is not like they say it is. And don't believe their way. Like I said, that's a real warfare. But the good overall in my life has always crushed the evil. And I know that can happen again. So, just giving you a little insight on some stuff. And, just wanted to give you a little talk about this. Just felt I should talk about it. Sometimes there's some things I feel that I should talk about. So I will. Anyway. It's a lot more I'm going to touch up on later. Getting into the minds of the good. Letting them know how to defeat the evil is the ultimate process, right? It's the ultimate progress for our land to, go through that good experience that we need of shifting powers and all this negativity in the atmosphere. We don't need that. Fake news part of the negativity too. Fake news really is. Anyway, Stephen Jackson, JWTV. Thanks for tuning in. Subscribe, click the bell. Be back for more. Leave your comments below. Let me know what you think. And let me know how you feel. Let me know your story too.